to Think Tank Thursday with Cafefuel, the 9-step system that will show you everything you need to know to use the internet to grow your restaurant. My name is Brian Devine, and today we are going to talk about the absolute number one asset of just about every restaurant, and in fact, every business really. And I wanted to cover this because I know we talk about some of this stuff probably over and over again, but this is a concept that I need everyone that owns a business, let alone a restaurant. It's probably even more important in a restaurant than most owners know. And I'm going to keep you hanging a little bit longer because I want you to start thinking about what do you think of as the number one asset. Now, if you're like McDonald's, it's real estate, right? So we're going to put that aside because we're going to assume that you're not McDonald's watching this video. So that aside, if real estate obviously is not going to be your number one asset because you don't have, hundreds of thousands of locations, but there is one asset that every restaurant needs to be considering and thinking about, because when you utilize it properly, it will never let you down. It will work for you over and over again. Now, you might be thinking, oh, it's my concept, or it's my beautiful, wonderful location. It is the food. It is our amazing chef. It is me as the owner being wonderful and having created this amazing experience for my customers. And when you start thinking that way, you're getting closer, because the number one asset of any business really, but especially in restaurants, is your customer. And not just a customer, all of your customers. And if you are not building a list of your customers, you're in trouble, because something will happen. There will be a new restaurant that opens up, or something happens down the street where people, stop seeing you. They're not being reminded of you. So even if you have a great location, maybe somebody plants a tree and they can't see you. And there's all kinds of things that can happen, so that what is driving people into your restaurant can fail. But if you have a list of your happy, satisfied customers, people who already like you, and you can remind them to come back through text message, through email, through voice drops. Yes, you can just click a button and leave messages for everyone that likes you on Facebook Messenger. Yes, you could actually pay Facebook to reach your audience, your customers on Facebook Messenger. Now, you might be thinking, hey, Facebook is free and Facebook Messenger is free. But in order to actually reach a specific list of people, you got to pay them. And that's why Facebook isn't actually free. You're giving them your information, and we all do, right? We all give Facebook and social media in general our information, and we constantly give them more information. And that's why it is free for you, but essentially it is really expensive when you think about what you're giving away. So let's come back to the number one asset of every business, especially restaurants, and it is your list of customers. And why am I talking about lists of customers? It's not very exciting, right? Because I really believe that if you want to show people that you can help them, actually help them. And so talking about your list might not be exciting and sexy, but it is absolutely the most important thing that you can do to make sure that you have a steady flow of customers. Let's say Tuesdays and Thursdays are kind of slow for you. Well, put a plan together to reach out to your list. And let me back up a little bit, because a lot of people think, well, I have 2,000 people have liked my page on Facebook. I can just put my stuff on Facebook and that reaches my list. Well, there's two things to be aware of. Number one, that list is owned by Facebook, not you, which means that Facebook can just decide to get rid of your page for any reason. And we hear about this happening over and over again. So it's not unusual for it to happen. It does happen on a more regular basis than we ever want to even think about. So they own it and you don't. So that's number one. Number two, excuse me. Number two is that when you post on your Facebook page and you don't pay, right? You just put it out there. Anywhere from 1 all the way up to maybe 7% of the people who have liked and followed your page will actually see it. Now, this is something you can go look it up. You can go say, do a Google search, so you don't have to take my word for it. This is common knowledge amongst marketing people, but for you might not have heard that before. So Go ahead and look that up so that you know that what I'm saying is absolutely true. So I've seen numbers as low as 1%. I've seen as high as 7. Some people have said 12. I have never seen 12%. It just doesn't, I've never seen it go that high. So usually you're in that, 3 to 5% range. So that means that if you have, let's say, 1,000 people and you're only going to reach, let's say on the high end, 5%, it's not a whole lot of people. And if you want them to come in like today and you post something in the morning, you're not going to show, not enough people are going to see it for it to really have any impact. However, if you have taken those people off of Facebook onto your own list, one that you own, one that is not owned by social media, by any big company, but by you, then you can press a button and send a text. You can press a button and send an email. And you can just say, hey, we have this great special. We'd love for everyone to come in and give it a try. You don't have to give away the farm. No big discounts. It's just when you have that asset, when you understand the value of the customer, the value of knowing how to reach your customer, you have a massive, massive advantage over anyone else in your area. And frankly, there's all kinds of things that we can do to help you with that. But if you don't know how to build that list, if you don't know how to send out text, how to send out emails to a list and do it efficiently, then we are here to help you. Obviously, we can do that. So I'm going to put I'm going to put a little link up here for you. It's you can check it out what we're doing, but essentially we want to make sure that if you want some help, we can give it to you. If you are thinking, I want to just ask some questions and find out if this is something that I can do on my own, that you don't need to hire someone like us, an agency, then great. I love what I do and I would be happy to answer any questions. So just say, hey, I saw your video and I have some questions for you. Like, it's that easy. And there's no charge, no obligation, nothing like that. We just really want to help. So go.cafefuel.rocks and you're going to see kind of the latest and greatest of what we have. We are putting together all kinds of systems so that we can do this in a very cost-effective way, give you a massive amount of technology without you having to learn any technology. And that's really what it comes down to, is how can we simplify so that you can do it? You don't have to pay massive amounts of money for someone to do it for you. If you feel like you can do it yourself, then let's just give you the technology so that you can send out text messages and voicemails, that you can have Facebook Messenger go to one place, you can have text messages go to one place, your Google business profile chat go to one place. I mean, we're talking about having everything just in one cool little tool, and you can just press a button and have things go out. Or you can say, hey, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and play in the next month or two, have it all set up and have it just automatically work for you. So that's what this is about. But make sure that you are really thinking about that asset. And even if you're going to go old school and have people fill out, right, just like you give them the check or have them fill out some information about themselves so that you can put that onto like just any old email autoresponder, active campaign. There's hundreds of choices for you. Literally hundreds. So what we are just trying to do is make sure that you have everything that you need so that you can build that asset. And then if and when it is time to, maybe you are in a position where you want to sell or, have someone take it over, the value of your restaurant has increased dramatically because you can show that you can at any point just reach your customers and have them come in. All right, that's all I have for you today. I hope you found some value in it and look forward to seeing you next time on Think Tank Thursday with Cafe Fuel. That's it for me. Bye for now.